Hello, hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Welcome, guys, welcome.
Welcome.
We are officially live. We are going to wait a little while though, maybe just a few little quick moments. Give people some time to come on. Actually, this is probably a great time for us to introduce ourselves.
Absolutely.
Hi everyone, my name is Sophie. A little bit of an informal introduction. What can I tell you? I am a mum of 2 and you could technically call them Irish twins because I've had 2 under the age of 12 months of age. Did I get that right? It's a house full, it's a madhouse, I absolutely love it. But that's a little bit about me. What about you?
Fabulous. My name is Luke. I'm a child restraint installer of 14 years. I'm also an educator and a father of 2 beautiful girls.
Awesome. Well, I feel like we should just kick it off. I'm just eager to rip in. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Welcome everybody, welcome. I am your host for this evening. My name is Sophie and this is our expert for this evening, Luke.
Hi, I'm Luke.
What are we doing here tonight? Well, we are having Big W's first ever live shopping event, which is very, very exciting. And we're touching on something that's important to all parents, and that is car seats, hence Luke. What can we tell you about car seats? There is so much to talk about. There's so many terms and phrases and it can all be very, very confusing. I know from personal experience, I definitely bought the wrong car seat, my first car seat.
It's easy to do.
It is. I think maybe we're on to the 3rd. I don't know. I wish I knew what we're going to be sharing with you this evening. Now, there's a few different platforms you could be watching us on tonight. I highly recommend that you get onto the Big W website because you will get the full live experience. We've got a question box there. We want you to utilize Luke's brain while we've got him. And there's also polls and things like that. So make sure you jump onto the Big W website. Now, there's heaps of cost-saving sales on at the moment. It's actually a wider Big W sale, but we're going to specifically talk to the car seats. So I'll also be sharing how much these car seats are going for today and how much you're saving. So if you do buy a car seat tonight, you also get free delivery. So that's a fun little perk if you pick up the right car seat this evening.
Beautiful.
So before we jump in, I feel like we should utilize the question box. Why don't you tell us what you're looking for? How old is your child? Are you looking for a newborn capsule? Are you looking for a booster seat for your forever growing child? Let us know in the question box so we know who we're talking to, and hopefully we can find you the perfect car seat. What do you reckon?
I reckon I am here for all your technical information, like how to install or operate your child restraint.
Yeah.
By the end of tonight, we aim to have you fully confident in choosing the right child restraint depending on your child's size and age. And it's also worth mentioning that all child restraints sold at Big W are Australian Standards certified.
Beautiful. Let's rip in. Let's start with this one. Product number 1. This is a Mother's Choice product. So this product is called the Mother's Choice Baby Capsule. So this one is for your cute little newborns. From 0 to 6 months of age, it is a rearward facing capsule. So it's currently $199, which is a saving of $100. Now, what's the difference between this and a car seat? This can come in and out of the car with you while your child remains in it. So that's what I love about it. I personally went for one of these with my first baby, and you've actually just shown how easy it is to pull it in and out of the car. And it's also super light. That's something really important. Can I feel that? You've got to remember with a capsule, you are putting a baby in it as well. So it needs to be light.
Absolutely.
What else can you tell us?
So this is a 0 to 6 month capsule. It is absolutely fantastic, again, because it's light, it's convenient. It means you don't have to disturb your baby quite as much. If you're fighting other toddlers and getting people in and out of the house, it's easier to carry a baby in this than in your arms. But it is also worth noting, if you take baby inside, make sure you put them into a bassinet. Don't leave them in the capsule.
It also connects to most strollers. So there are 2 little buttons here, which you push, and it can go on and off the base of a stroller. So if you're looking to do a quick park walk or you're heading into the shops, you can use that. It's also got a really great little visor for some SPF protection and breathable fabric. So your baby isn't going to be overheating too much in that either. What else can we say? I feel like that's almost it. It's such a great little convenient product. I think personally for me, with my first baby, I wasn't really confident in pulling her in and out of the car seat. So I loved that I could just pull out the whole entire thing, get her inside, and it was just easier, I felt, to scoop her out.
It does make life very convenient.
Yeah.
And the release is straight on the back there.
So there's a link on the screen. If you're tuning in through the Big W website, which I highly recommend that you do, then you can click that link and it'll take you straight to this product. So as I mentioned before, it's $199. That is a saving of $100. Should we move to the next one?
Perfect.
Nice and easy. Straight to product number 2. Product number 2, thanks Luke, is a safe and sound product. They call this the Maxi Harnessed Car Seat. So this is for the age of 6 months up to 8 years of age. So it is not rearward facing, this is a forward facing car seat, and it really grows with your child. The fact that you can have one car seat from 6 months to 8 years of age is super convenient. You're not having to turn it around or do anything like that. It literally
Grows with your child.
grows with your child. What else can you tell us?
Well, it's what we refer to as a type G child restraint. So it harnesses all the way till 8 years of age, so you don't need to worry about converting it to booster. It is really smooth and easy to adjust. And height-wise, it's also really easy to adjust. It has armrests.
They're
and it
cute
has-
little things, aren't they? Look how little they are.
It's all about keeping baby comfortable.
Yeah.
And it also has 3 crutch buckle heights, so you can always get your child restraint adjusted properly for your baby.
Now, this one is $269. It's normally $299. Now, you've just said something which I think you should elaborate on. You said you don't have to go to a booster seat. And I think you're saying that because a lot of car seats take you to about the age of 4 and then you get into a booster seat post that. But this can actually take you all the way to the point where you don't need it.
All the way, so you don't need any other car seat.
Super cost effective as well, hey?
And should I always use a professional child restraint in store to
That's a
install
really
car
good
seat?
question. That's just come in. What do we reckon? Do you need to use a professional?
You don't need
This is
to.
when you need to pitch yourself out there. You definitely need one. No.
It's very much up to the individual. If you are not confident in installing a child restraint, I would definitely use a professional. But it's important that you read the manual if you're going to do it yourself and make sure you follow the guides properly.
Good response. We've also just had another question come in. What car seat did you use, Sophie? Great question. I actually started with the capsule. So I went with a capsule up until about 6 months, and then I got a car seat rearward facing for both bubbers. Another question, they're just flying in. What if my baby is too big for the straps?
There's a few things it could be. First thing could be you might need to adjust them longer, or you might need to adjust them taller. Depending on your child restraint will depend on how you do that.
Okay, perfect. Now, I don't know if I mentioned the price of this one. Yes, I did, but I'm going to say it again. It is now $269, normally $299, and the link is on the screen. So if you want to know any more, make sure you click that. Otherwise, keep those questions coming through. You do need to be on the Big W website though to get those questions through. So if you're watching on any other platform, we do suggest that you go to the Big W website so you can interact with us. What else? Is that about it?
Now, a few more things to mention about this child restraint.
All right.
They're very cool. This looks like a very wide restraint, but it's actually very, very slim. And this is one of the best on the market for 3 across combinations by far. If I turn it around, you can see the back's actually very slim, and it does taper in quite a bit. So it's good for older children getting to buckles, for adults sitting next to it. And it's also good for cars with narrow middle seatbelt positions because that will fit perfectly between the 2 buckles.
It looks super padded. It looks like a really great car seat for maybe like a longer car trip.
Yep.
For comfort. All right. I think that's it for that one. Make sure you click the link if this is of interest to you. Make sure your questions are coming through as you think of them. No question is a bad question or wrong question. And let's move on to the next product, I reckon.
Beautiful.
Amazing. Product number 3. It is also worth mentioning any of these purchases tonight come with free delivery, so make sure you jump onto that. Product number 3 is another Mother's Choice product. This is their Nest 2 convertible car seat. This is now $149. It is a $50 saving. I think as a key standout feature for this one would be the size. You can tell just how compact it is. It's a very compact car seat, and that is great if you have a smaller car. If you have a smaller car, but also if you know you're going to have other rear occupants as well, then this is a really great option. So it is for 0 months to 4 years of age. So it is rearward facing for the first 12 months and then forward facing for the remainder 3 years. What else can you tell us?
Well, first of all, we might just answer this question. Toddler gets sick easily. Is it easy to clean?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So this child restraint, you can take all the covers off. You just disconnect the harness from the back and take all the covers off, and then you can throw it in the wash and machine wash it.
We've all experienced a punami, and if you haven't, it's on its way. So the fact that that is machine washable is awesome.
Never fun.
No.
But the highlight of this car seat is definitely that it is super compact, so it's, as Sophie said, good if you have other passengers in the car, be it tall passengers or other passengers sit in the back.
A great, safe, space-saving option for sure.
And it also has inbuilt anti-rebound bars and 3 forward-facing recline settings. So that's particularly important so that you can get the recline right for your particular loved one and your particular vehicle.
So why would you recline a car seat?
To avoid head flop primarily, but also to keep them comfortable. We want to avoid head flop at all costs because it's unsafe for them.
Okay, great. If you've got any questions, make sure they're coming through. I think that is it for this one. A great little compact option for you. The link is on the screen, so make sure you click that if it is of interest. It is $149, which is a $50 saving.
Is it better to be front-facing or rear-facing?
Oh, that's a new question that's come in. Good one.
It is safer to be rear-facing as long as you can, as long as your child restraint will permit. Rear-facing helps support a baby in an accident and primarily helps support their head and their neck in those early years. When a child is born, their head is 25% of their body weight with underdeveloped neck muscles and soft vertebrae. So it's important that you keep them rear as long as you can so that it cradles the baby and gives them the best chances possible.
Great.
Sorry?
No, go for it.
Every child restraint has height markers to tell you how long you can rear face for. This particular one has 1 height marker, so you have to turn forwards when it hits this, when baby's shoulder hits this height marker.
So it's not always age. Age is more of a guide. Are we looking more so at this, or it's a bit of a combination of the two?
Combination of both age and the height marker.
Okay, amazing. Let's move on. Product number 5. Oh, we're already there. No. Are we up to 5 already? 4. My apologies. Product number 4. What have we got? A Safe and Sound. This is their Safe Fix 2 ISOFIX car seat. A bit of a mouthful, that one.
We'll just answer that last question if I interrupt for a second.
Oh, did I miss it?
Is it easy to install myself?
Oh, okay. Actually, no, we should spend a little bit of time on that.
That is a very individual question.
I was going to say, I personally find car seats hard to fit. However, this is a great timing because this is an ISOFIX and I find it super easy to install.
Yes, so some child restraints are easier than others and some people find it easier than others to install.
Yeah.
If you find it easy to install it yourself, absolutely have a crack, read the manual, give it a go.
So this is an ISOFIX car seat and your car needs to have ISOFIX adapters, or what's the right word for that? Plugs?
ISOFIX adapters.
Yeah. And they need to have, it needs to be an ISOFIX suitable car to be able to purchase a car seat such as this. So I believe that there's less room for error when it comes to installing one of these, personally.
Definitely less margin error.
Right? Yeah. So this one at the moment is $229 and that is a saving of $90. Now, it is for newborns up to the age of 4. So they are rearward facing in this one for the first 12 months, and then they are forward facing. However, thank you, good timing, you can actually keep them rearward facing for longer in this one. And as you mentioned earlier, that is the safer position to put baby. Voila.
Absolutely.
Just like that.
So this is an extended rear-facing child restraint. So that means it's got 2 rear-facing height markers. When baby gets to the first height marker, that's when you can turn them forwards, with their shoulder, of course. When their baby's shoulder gets to the second height marker, that's when you must turn them forwards. And that second height marker is the height of a large-ish 30-month-old. Obviously, every child is different, and you don't have to stop using it rear-facing until they hit the second marker. So it's very dependent on the individual. My own daughter was in something similar, and she lasted till almost her 4th birthday rear-facing.
There you go. So ISOFIX, it's a word that you've probably heard, but it's all a little bit confusing. But there are only 2 ways to install a car seat, and it is through a seatbelt strap or it's an ISOFIX, and that is what this one is. Is there anything else to add on this one?
Yes, so this child restraint, interestingly enough, is also rated for aircraft travel. So that means if you go on a domestic flight, you can install this on the plane with you and not have to hold your baby for hours on end. That also then means that you can also install it into a hire car at the other end and save you a little bit of money. You can tell the aircraft information by the green stickers on the back. They're colour coded to make your life easier.
So I've never actually seen anyone take a car seat onto the aeroplane, but that is also, again, a great cost-saving thing to be doing, because once you get to the other side, you then don't have to hire a car seat.
Correct.
So good.
And questions have popped up, domestic and international travel. Domestic travel.
Domestic.
You can't use Australian child restraints overseas, apart from New Zealand.
And didn't you say earlier you get to board the flight first when you have one of these?
You get to board the flight first. So I've actually
That is a win.
taken my own baby on a plane with a car seat.
Of course you have.
I have, and it did make life a hell of a lot easier. You get to board the plane first, you don't have to hold them for hours on end, and they're safer as well.
Happy days.
Happy days.
Remember, guys, we're not getting heaps of questions. Make sure you ask away, especially while we have the expert with us. Oh, there we go. The link is on the screen for this one. Make sure you click that. It'll take you straight to the product information on the website. Great cost-saving sale on, and remember, there's also free delivery on these too. Let's go to the next. Now, also another reminder, we're only showing you 6 of an array of car seats that Big W currently have in store. So if you don't find the right one here tonight, which I find difficult to, believe, then make sure you head in store, because this sale is on until February the 12th. Okay, what have we got here? We've got an InfoSecure product. So product number 5, this is their Advance Plus iron convertible car seat. So this is from the age of 0 to 8 years of age. It is now $199, which is a saving of $300. That's the biggest saving I think we've got here tonight. What I love about this car seat is just how much it grows with your child. So 0 to 8 is a really long time to not have to buy another car seat.
Absolutely.
But it's got 3 configurations, right? So rearward facing for the first 12 months, like so. I love this. Keep doing what you're doing. He makes it look really easy, but if we were in the car, we'd be sweating ourselves and doing it all
Having
wrong.
a time.
You do it so quickly. So rearward facing for 12 months, but then we're forward facing for around 4 years of age, and then it also transforms into a booster seat as well. So a question's just come on this one. The difference between a Safe and Sound and a Britax Maxi Cozy, just price? Ooh.
Without knowing specifics, it's hard to say, but it depends on the individual product. Sometimes they have different features, sometimes it's merely price and brand preference. Ultimately, all child restraints are safe, and as long as you choose the right one for your particular child's height and age, you're fine.
Yeah, good answer. Anyway, back to this one though. Is there anything else worth mentioning? It really grows with your child, this one. The fact that it can transform into 3 different seats is amazing.
Yes, so it's got air cocoon technology, so it's designed in a way that the shell is full of air. And if you have an accident, this will compress and dampen the inertia exerted onto baby, so it will reduce the forces on baby. It also has 9 forward-facing recline modes. As we discussed before, it's really important to get the recline right for your baby in your particular vehicle. And one last particularly cool, lesser known feature about this child restraint is it's fantastic for hip dysplasia babies. It's wide and shallow, and it means if you have your child in a speaker cast or a rhino brace, you can put them in this and make your life much easier.
Okay, awesome. We are having, I was just about to say, we've got a bunch of questions coming through, and it's sort of hard to stay on top of them as we also detail what's in front of us, but make sure that you keep them coming in, because we'll try and get to them at the end, at the very end of talking you through the car seats.
So the question at the top is the average expiry of the car seat. So InfoSecure, so this one and the next child restraint, have 10 years from date of purchase. So make sure you keep your receipt.
I actually had no idea about that.
Yeah, 10 years from date of purchase. But most manufacturers, it's 10 years from date of manufacture. Now, that's not a legal thing set in stone. That's a strong industry guideline.
So is that because they're always creating new car seats, or the technology is improving? Why would you say that was?
That is exactly right.
Yeah.
So new technology is coming out all the time, but also they get used a lot. They sit in the sun a lot. I attribute it to, what does a timber fence look like after 10 years of sitting in the sun? This is going to do the same thing, sitting in your car.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
I've got 2 car seats that are 9 years old, and they're getting turfed very soon.
Another question that's come through about this one, can you show us the configuration for a 4+ year old
Absolutely.
child?
So if your child was 4+ and you're using this as booster, you'd have the headrest way up here somewhere. And you would disconnect the harness and tuck it away neatly, and you would be using it as a booster seat.
So this just tucks behind, does it?
Yeah, so you unhook it from the back and just tuck it, fold it neatly under the padding.
And then you just use the seatbelt
Use
that
it as
is
a booster.
in the car.
So all child restraints on the Australian market have colour-coded paths for rear, forwards and booster. So the red labels here you can see are for booster use. Blue is for rear facing for the seatbelt, and yellow is for forward facing.
Now another question's come through, which is a good one. Does price equal quality for car seats?
No. All child restraints on the Australian market are certified to the Australian standards, and that is AS/NZS 1754.
There you go.
All child restraints have the Australian standards sticker on them, most of them which look exactly like that. And this is the InfoSecure Advanced Iron.
Okay, yes, that's right. Sorry, did I mention that before?
Yes.
We've been talking a lot about this one. It's probably time to move on to the next one, but this is the Advanced Plus Iron Convertible Car Seat. So if you do want to know more, make sure you click the link on the screen. It is $199, which is a $300 saving. And like we said before, it really just grows with your child. It's a very great long-term option, but no more than 10 years. On to product 6.
Product 6.
Let's do it. Last but definitely not least, product number 6 is again an InfoSecure product, but this is their Raptor Plus Iron Range Convertible Booster Seat. Another bit of a mouthful. So it is very similar to the last one, but it's not for newborn, so it's only forward facing from 6 months, and then you can have them in the seat up until about 4 years of age, and then it transforms again into a booster seat. So again, really growing with your child and a great cost-effective option. I think a key standout for this one is just how tall it can go. It looks like a little adult could sit in this seat. Do you want to show them just how tall it goes? I'm not going to try and help because I'll make it more confusing for you. Look how tall that is.
So that's as high as it goes in booster mode.
So I personally have tall children, albeit they're only 3 months and 14 months of age, but they're already really tall, and I feel like I'm going to have to look at something like this when the time comes. Yep. It's a great option for tall kids. What else can you tell us?
Now this particular convertible booster also has air cocoon technology, so again the shell is full of air which will help compress in an accident and dampen the inertia of an impact. This is, as we mentioned, referred to as a convertible booster. So it does forward facing only, and it does harness till 4-ish, or until they get to the height marker. And then it does booster with lap sash seatbelt only until they outgrow it, which is at the very top marker when the headrest is in the top position. Does price equal quality for car seats is the next question that's come through. The answer is no. All car seats are tested to the same standard, and price can sometimes equal more features, but it does not equal better quality.
I asked you that question earlier, and when you mentioned the features part, it did make sense. There's a few extra contraptions on some, but outside of that, as you said, they've got to meet an Australian standard.
Yep.
So definitely something worth noting. So what else? I think that's about it for this one. Is that right?
Yep.
It's a great, like I said, cost-effective option. I don't know if I said the price. It is $149, which is a $190 saving. The link is on the screen, so make sure you click that and it will take you straight to the website. And like I mentioned before, you do get free delivery on any of these car seats this evening. Now, a question has come through. Do all car seats have machine washable covers? Do they? I feel like not all of them.
All of them have machine washable covers, but the specifics vary from child restraint to child restraint. So make sure you read your manual.
Yeah.
All covers on the inside have a little tag somewhere with washing instructions, but please refer to your instruction manual because things differ, like how you dry them and what settings you have to put it on.
Okay. And another one has come through. What is the best for 0 to 4 for short kids?
For short kids, the Safe Fix 2 that we've seen today is an excellent one for any child. Short is good because you can use any child restraint for longer.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say, because it doesn't always depend on age. It can be size. So if they can sit in something for longer because they are small, great, keep them in it.
What do you recommend for a 2-year-old? My personal recommendation would be an extended rear-facing car seat and to keep them rear as long as possible. So both of my daughters were rear-facing till 3.5 and nearly 4 years of age for my youngest.
There you go. Guys, keep the questions coming because that was our 6th and last product. So I don't have any more car seats to share with you this evening. Another one has come in. Does Big W have other car seats? Yes, I mentioned this earlier. This is only a small selection of a large selection, and they've got a great sale on all of them now. It's actually a wider baby sale that Big W is having on until February the 12th. So yes, absolutely. If you don't think you found the right car seat tonight, make sure you head in store or jump online and you can find a few other options.
Now, question, do all these have manuals? The answer is yes. All child restraints come with manuals, and you can usually download them off the manufacturer's website in case you lose them.
Oh, that's handy.
They should definitely be read when you buy a child restraint. There's some interesting stuff in them.
Yeah, we should actually read them. I shouldn't laugh at that. We should be reading the manuals.
The question was, where is your address from?
Yeah, I saw a question that popped up, but it disappeared. I didn't know if I should answer or not. Guys, my address is Big W. This is Big W. It's in store now. I picked it up just the other day. It is their brand and me.
Seatbelt for the booster again. So you press the button under here to lift it higher. Now, it is hard to do on a plinth. It's easier to do in the car. So you raise that taller. Now the lap part of the seatbelt, so the lap part's the one that goes across your hips, goes under and through when the baby padding's gone. And then the sash portion comes down through the side guide, which is indicated by the booster, the red booster label, and then comes down and plugs in.
I think, oh, wait, we've got another question. Okay. How well do they handle the sun? That's a very good question because most of them are black. You want them to be black because they get grubby so quickly. Do we know the answer to this?
I know the answer to this because I've got 3 child restraints at home that I've been using continuously for 9 years and they've all handled the sun very, very well.
Great. Longevity, that's what we want.
Yep.
Well, look, I think that is about it. You can keep your questions coming through. We will make sure that they are answered, but they are all the products that we wanted to show you for this evening. We hope that you found the perfect car seat, whether it's a capsule for your newborn or soon to be newborn, or your forever growing ginormous child that needs a booster seat all of a sudden. Big W have so many car seats available. We have the links to these ones on the screen, so make sure you click those if that's what you're after. There are some really great savings on at the moment. And I'm going to answer one last question for you because it's directed right to me. There's my name in this one.
Right to the point.
Did you use a capsule for Christian? Great question. Christian, I feel like someone must know me on here. Christian is my second child and he's only 3 months of age. No, I didn't use a capsule for him. And the reason being, I just felt more confident. The reason I got a capsule with my first is I just wasn't confident getting her in and out of the car, and I loved it for that reason. But no capsule for Christian. He's also a ginormous baby and would have grown out of it really quickly. So that is all that we have for this evening. I hope you found something fantastic for you. This sale is on until the 12th of February, and everything that you see tonight has free delivery. So I would say make the most of it. I'm sure there was something that fits your perfect family perfectly, and that's it from me. Is there anything else to say?
I'd just like to say thank you for coming, and we hope you are now informed enough to have chosen the right child restraint for your loved one, depending on their height and age. And if you want to shop more car seats, please don't hesitate to click the link provided.
Yeah, and look, this is the first of many Big W live shopping events, so make sure you stay tuned and get involved in the next one. Thank you so much.